All right, guys, welcome to Foreign Blood TV. Today, we're going to talk about our girl, West Indy. Before I go any further, I want to give us all a reality check. Did you ever hear the expression, remember who you were? Like if you go to church, remember who you were before you found God? True statement. When we watch other people's stories, we can giggle, we can laugh, we can talk about it a little bit. But let's not forget, I'm the first to say, I'm an imperfect person. Let's not forget what all we've done. Let's not act like we haven't made bad decisions. Let's not act like some of us haven't had kids by people. Some of us have had kids by people we shouldn't have had them by. Can't act like nobody's ever chased around a man or a woman. You just can't act like you lived life 100%, did everything right, you never crashed out. There's just different levels to it. Everybody's willing to do something different. Everybody, it just is what it is. Sometimes when I read my comments, I want you guys to understand, I don't hate West Indy. I don't even know West Indy. I don't even move like that in real life. I don't want nothing to happen to her kids. Yeah, she is making bad decisions. She ain't the first. She ain't. How many times have y'all heard me say it? Sometimes we get besides ourselves and we think we're better than because we haven't made that specific mistake, knowing we've made many other mistakes. One thing about West Indy, she's true to who she is. She's like, listen, I'm not here for your advice. Just like you said about her dad. I'm not here for your advice. I'm not going to get a job. I'm not going to work. I'm going to leech off you guys. And it's up to you guys if you take care of me. I only want your money. I don't. She's pretty straightforward with what she says. She doesn't mislead anybody. So with that being said, she's very blunt. With where she's at in her life, why she's moving the way she's moving. She ain't lying about nothing. About why she's moving the way she's moving or how she feels about y'all or whatever it is. So when you guys go ahead and donate to her, whatever it is, and then she turns around and blocks you because you suggest, hey, maybe you should apply for a job here, she's not looking for that from you guys. She's not. You can give her all the guidance, all the direction, all the whatever. She wants to do what she wants to do, and that's it. And that's all. She's very transparent about it, and I ain't mad at her. Tell your truth. Be who you are. The whole thing is kind of wild. It's, a little different experience. But once again, it's her life. She's doing what she's doing. It's sad, but it ain't no sadder than the next person who did it. And like I said, I understand in life. We're supposed to make mistakes. That's how we learn. I understand. My thing is, which I always try to get these young people to see, every mistake ain't meant to be made. Because when we make these mistakes, we don't realize the repercussions 3 months down the line, 2 years down the line, 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line. We're only looking at the here and now. We don't realize how these mistakes are going to affect our lives, how they're going to set us back, just the problems they're going to bring, just the hardships that come behind them. Because once again, we're looking at the present, the here, the now, Everybody that's made a bad decision, because you're looking at the here and now. You're not looking long run. You're not looking for the reasoning. You don't have the reasoning for every action. There's a reaction, Some of us, it just is what it is. Like I said, I'm big on telling you guys, West Indy ain't the first. Like whoever else I do a video on, or whoever else I mentor in real life, or whatever it is, ain't none of us the first to do nothing. We think we're the first, and we might think someone else is the first. What it is, we've just never been introduced to that situation. Don't mean we're the first. Don't mean we went and created something and, like I'm the first rapper too. Come on. This ain't that situation. I'm the first rapper to buy a boat and you know, fly across country and, you know, this ain't that scenario. We compare our greatnesses to someone else's greatnesses. We compare their mistakes to our mistake. This is what I'm real big on. What makes your sin any better than my sin? What makes my sin any better than your sin? You point out one person to me that has lived life 100% right and made no mistakes, has done everything perfect. Point them out. There's not that person nowhere on the earth. There's not that person. We like to think we're all that person, but there's no such thing as that person. Only thing I could really say to this young lady is, why make your life harder? Why? Why would you want it to be harder? Like every other young adult. You're looking at the here and now. So of everything you've done thus far with the kids and the men, and, you know, it has you in this position right here. Why keep adding another section to your plate? Okay, first I have Thomas, his daddy, his situation. I have Momo, his daddy, his situation. I have my own situations. I have my lack of support. I have this, I have that, I have that. So if your plate's already full and you have a little 3-compartment food tray, now you've turned it into a 4-compartment food tray. Now you've turned it into a 5, 6, 7, 8-compartment food tray. So you started out with all these 3 little things on your plate. Now your plate's full. And you got things on there that don't even belong there because you're just adding problem after problem after problem after problem. Then later on down the line, like 1'st, or a lot of us that have made bad decisions, we're like, oh wow, well my life's hard because I done A, B, C, and D. Boy, this is backfiring on me because now I can't move like I want to. I can't do this. I can't do that. This is affecting me. It's a chain reaction because we haven't thought far ahead. Like, okay, well, I'm doing this right now, but the repercussion later is going to be. I can't say it enough. We learn how to live life by making mistakes. But not every mistake is meant to get learned. Especially when we don't understand what's going to happen later on down the line. We're not taking into mind the cause and the effect, the outcome, the heartache, the pain, the struggle. You know, we're just, it's like we're oblivious to it. 1'st is like every last one of us. We all knew all the answers. Anybody who's in my age frame, we all knew all the answers. Anybody younger than me that's to a certain age now, you were young once too. You knew all the answers. You were right. You know, it was your life. Nobody's going to tell you what to do. Well, here we are. Here we are. You know, so moral of the story, nobody is the first to do any of this. We just think we are.